So let's get started. All right, so tonight's topic is handling objections. And let me share my screen with you guys so you can see the PowerPoint. All right, everyone see it okay? Yep. All right, cool. So, handling objections. Obviously, this is one of, the toughest part of our jobs is that scary thing called, an objection. It's something that we all struggle with, but it's also something that we all have in common. We all deal with this on a daily basis, multiple times a day. But there are some ways to make it a little easier on you and the people you're talking with. By making the conversations flow better and by helping more people by the way that you respond to some of these objections. So let's get started. But first, I wanted to give you guys a few reminders and announcements. And for those people who are listening to the recording later, make sure to ask me if you have any questions about these announcements and reminders. So the first one is for our Healthy Makes Happy group. We are in our final week. It's coming to the end of our challenge. We're starting to see those, after pictures, seeing some people's results. Some of the great things that I've seen from this group is that it's been super active the whole time. Sometimes people fall off the wagon, and quit participating, but it really seems like the activity in this group was just super positive energy the whole time, which was awesome. And I can't wait to put, our vets into our new Summer Sweat Challenge group. And this week, I'm really taking the time to touch base with some of my challengers and asking them, what would they like to do next? Do they want to, continue on to another challenge group? Would they like to try a new program, maybe a new Shakeology flavor? Do they want to do their own thing for a little while, which would be totally fine? Or do they, hi Ariella, hello, what's up? So, don't worry. We are just talking about a few announcements that I wanted to go over with everyone before we get into handling objections. So, I was just talking about transitioning our old challengers into our new group. So just, checking in with them, seeing if they want to go into our next group. Our next group does require Shakeology, so just make sure, you make that aware to our challengers. They do need to be doing a Beachbody workout program and drinking Shakeology, and obviously still have you as their coach. So just make sure to keep that in mind as we start transitioning people over. And next, we are in prep week of Summer Sweat. So this week, we really need to get to know our new challengers. It hasn't been very active in that group yet, but that's okay. I'm hoping that once we put our vets into the, new group, some of the activity will start to pick up. We do have our point system again, so hopefully that'll help. I do want people to start to introduce themselves and let us know what program they're doing, what Shakeology flavor they're doing, and who their coach is. So if we could get people to answer this question, maybe even tagging, our challengers in that post, that would be super great. So this is prep week, and then we officially start, workouts and everything next Monday. Also, this is something new. We have decided, me and my coach, Jolie, a lot of you know her, obviously. She was in a lot of our challenge groups with us. But we've decided, because this month is so awesome with the Challenge Max Failed, that we are going to do a 21-day fix specific challenge group. So that means everyone in the group is going to be doing either, the regular fix or fix extreme. They're going to be drinking Shakeology daily. And, one of the coaches in the group is going to be their coach. It's going to be super fun, though, because it's going to be super fix specific. So I'm looking forward to it. This is the first one that I've done that is 21-day fix specific. But hopefully this will be a great way to keep inviting to a challenge group as the month goes on. I know towards the end of the month it gets hard to talk to people about joining a challenge group, because our challenge group has already started. But this time we have one starting on June 27th. It'll be another 5-week group with 1 week prep and 4 weeks program. So just get the word out there. Keep inviting. We can still invite to our summer sweat group until the end of this week, and then start going into this 21-day summer slim down challenge where you can pick your fix. Let me know if you have any questions about it, but we will be doing this now. So we'll actually have 2 challenge groups going on this month, which it might be a little overwhelming, but we're all doing our thing. We're all motivating people, helping people. And if we can help people get introduced to this program, which I know has affected so many of us positively, this will just be an awesome thing to get out there and get people into. So on to the fun stuff. This is not scary. This is normal. Objections are totally normal. I know that word no scares so many of us. And you love this picture, right? I saw Ariella laughing. But it's so scary to so many people. And as new coaches, I'm still fairly new, and it still kind of scares me too, reaching out to people. And what if they say no to me? That is just so scary, but it's so normal, and it shouldn't be scary. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that as we go on why you shouldn't be scared of objections. So, tips for handling every type of objection that we get. So I'm going to actually talk about different objections that, I've heard you guys talk about or that I've seen myself. But in terms of any type of objection, these are a few ways that we can, combat those objections, that we can deal with them better. So in terms of...
Speak nicely to me, please. I understand that you're frustrated, but you don't... Just because you're annoyed doesn't mean it's okay to talk to me like that.
While you're watching TV, you don't nuts at me, but you can sit there and listen to that. Oh.
Okay, cool. Just getting back to our page. So these are, the objections, ways that we can handle any type of objection. So being consistent, being prepared, something called breadcrumbing, and then confidence. These are 4 things that are going to help you with any type of objection you might get. So, consistency. Why is consistency important? Practice makes perfect. The more you get out there, the more conversations you have, the more you invite, the more that you get objections, the better you're going to get at dealing with them, the better you're going to get at these conversations, the higher your success rate is of finding people to help. So make sure that you are aiming for 3 to 5 invites a day. Every single day you should be, whether it's just a real simple passing, like, hey, I know you're into fitness, but I have this group coming up this month. Would you be interested in learning more about it? It doesn't have to be this long, detailed invitation, but just getting the word out there that you do have this group coming up that maybe they would be interested in learning more about. Just put it out there, because the general rule is for every 10 people that you invite, 1 is going to say yes. So that might be a whole lot of invites depending on your goals for the month, but that's a general rule to live by. And that's a reason why consistency is so important, why it's so important to keep getting those invitations out there. Also, consistency has to deal with what you're putting out there as a coach and maybe your posts and what you're doing. You need to show up every day. People are going to be watching, and they're going to believe what they see. So if you're showing up every day, you're posting your sweaty selfies, you're talking about clean eating, you are walking the walk, you're not just talking the talk. People are more likely to believe what you're presenting them with. So if you're talking about 21-day fix and they see some of the results that, you're getting or that some of your challengers are getting, if they see it, they're more likely to believe it and less likely to give objections. If you disappear for a week, you quit posting, all of a sudden, people are going to be like, well, she's stopping her program. Is it really not working that well for her? Is she really not eating clean all the time or 80% of the time? You need to be consistent. You need to continuously show up and show them that it's working. So also, being prepared. One of the biggest things that I was so scared about when I first started was, what if someone asks me a question and I don't know the answer to it? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm terrified of not knowing, the answer to a question that someone might ask me about a program or nutrition or Shakeology. So that's why I started, doing some research or just looking into things that I should already know about anyways. Being educated on the products that we're putting out there, knowing about Shakeology, knowing about 21 Day Fix, taking the time to go into the Coach Online office and look up about some of the more popular programs that you might want to talk about, making sure you know what the monthly sales are and what's included in a challenge pack, knowing your facts about different products, like what's in Shakeology, why is it important in your nutrition plan. Being prepared and educated is going to make it less, nerve-wracking and worrisome when you are talking to people and they might have a question or objection, because you're going to be more prepared with an answer. So next, please do not overwhelm people by just completely, word vomiting on them. I did this so much when I first started. Someone would ask me the smallest question, and I would send them paragraph upon paragraph. And by the time they got done reading it, they didn't really care or want to know anymore. They were over it. Plus, it kind of comes off a little salesy when you just talk at people. You should be having conversations with people. You should be having a real interaction, forming a relationship from the very get-go. We're in the business of making connections with people, really getting to know people, learning about them. This isn't just, a sales thing where we're just putting ourselves, our information out there. We want to learn about people. We do something called breadcrumbing, where we're giving little teeny bits of information and questions at a time. So instead of, writing these super long paragraphs, ask them, well, what are some of your health and fitness goals? And then give them little information about how you can help them, rather than just, okay, this is 21 Day Fix, this is what it is, this is how much it costs, do you want to be in my challenge group? You need to have a conversation with people, and you're going to get less objections if you start forming that relationship and listening and getting to know people. So don't overwhelm them, don't word vomit, just do little breadcrumbing and have really great conversations with people. So, is this why inviting is so scary? Are objections why inviting is so scary? Because I think that is a big, big reason of why it is scary. Putting yourself out there, getting worried about being shot down by putting yourself out there. And there's so many people out there who do this and who are like introverts and get nervous about talking to people, but we have great things to do with our lives as coaches. So, and there are so many objections out there that we get over and over again, and it makes it scary to invite because we're nervous that one of these might come up. But if we, have good responses and really take the time to listen to people and their story, inviting isn't as scary because, we know what we're talking about. We're living this. We see the changes that can happen from these things every single day by being a part of a challenge group, by doing these programs, by drinking Shakeology and eating clean. So we shouldn't have anything to fear. But a lot of these are things that, come up in our conversations all the time. So first of all, cost. So I get this one all the time because, people are frugal. I'm frugal. I never buy anything for myself. I still wear clothes from middle school because that is how cheap I am. But when it comes to my health and being a better mom, a better wife, a better daughter, feeling better, that's important to me. And I think a lot of people, once they start to feel that effect of it, they're going to realize it's important to them too. And it should be. Investing in yourself is the best investment that you can make. So when it comes to cost, how I have, dealt with that in the past, here's a few examples. So what I do is I really break down the cost of it. What are you actually getting in a challenge pack? Some people, they think, oh, it's just Shakeology and a workout program, but you get a lot in that challenge pack. Plus, you also get support 24/7. You get the challenge group, you get the resources. They're not doing it on their own. By actually breaking out exactly everything that you're getting, it starts to add up. And sometimes I'll even say to people, sorry that was so long, but you're getting a lot. So that's something that I normally do first when it comes to cost. And then I talk to people, well, where are you spending your money that, you could kind of cut back on? Do you go to the gym already? Is that working for you? Could you cut back on that and maybe make 21 Day Fix work where you're working on your nutrition and, your fitness? Could you cut back in that area? Are you spending money on, going out to the movies or things like that when you really want to be working on these goals that we're talking about? Is that more important to you right now? Are there ways that you can make this work for you? Because from our conversation, it really sounds like this could be the answer to a lot of your problems. Something I also make sure to always let people know, 30-day money back guarantee. People can literally return Shakeology empty and return it for full refund if they want to, if they aren't happy with it. I tell people, give it 1 month. You don't have to keep it month after month. So many coaches out there I know do this, where they don't tell people that it's a recurring charge, that it's not automatic deposit. I let people know, listen, you are not locked into anything, but I still would love for you to try it. Just give it a chance. What's the most you can lose? If you invest in your health for 1 month and really give it your all and see the effects that it could have on you, just give it a try, because there is that money back guarantee. And the worst that can happen is it doesn't work for you and, you move on. But give it a try. What if they don't have money right now? So I get this a lot. And then I let them know about the challenge group and everything we just started, talking about that's starting, maybe in a week. And sometimes they magically do find the money. So just let them know that kind of deadline, that it's not something that you could wait for. If it really does come down that they don't have the money right now, then that's fine. Let them know that you're going to be there for them when they can make it work. I always revisit people who say, like, I can't make it work right now, maybe next month. Follow up with them, because they really might not be able to make it work right now. But in the future, maybe you can be there for them. Never just cut someone off because they can't make it work in their life right now. Always keep that relationship positive and let them know that you're going to be there for them whenever they can make it work financially. Time. So this one, we get a lot. People are busy. All of you guys are busy. So a great thing when people say, I just don't have the time to do this right now. I have graduation. I have a new job starting. I have, all of this stuff going on, vacations, travel. I'm a mom, or I have pets that I need to take care of. Let them know, well, you know what? This is perfect for you then, because I don't really have the time either, but I need that support. I need that accountability. I need someone there to make sure that I'm staying on track with my health goals. Give examples of your personal life, or maybe someone else's life in a challenge group, or one of the coaches' lives. Try to connect with them and show them that other people are doing it. So I think you can make it work too. And I want to help you make it work. And here are some ways that I can help you do that. Our workouts are designed for busy people. So let them know that. Well, that's great if you're busy, because we have a workout that's 22 minutes and it can kick your butt. I see amazing results from it. So let them know about these awesome programs that literally save them from having to drive to the gym and drop their kids off at daycare, at the gym, and that can take hours for people. So no wonder they think that fitness can take so long. But this is great because our programs are so short and can really work in busy people's lives. Meal prepping makes it so much easier for those busy people. So let people know how you can help them make their life easier if they are having, a lot going on right now. Shakeology is one that I get a lot when it comes to objections. So some things that I get right off the bat. Well, what is it? Why is it so expensive? I've heard it's so expensive. Why is it required in your group? What about those other shakes and stuff that are less expensive? Why can't I just use that? Won't I get the same results? So first of all, when people ask me what it is, so it's more than a protein shake. I get that all the time. People are like, why can't I just, use my protein? And I let them know it's more than that. I give them this kind of snippet. This is a great thing that my coach Julie put out, telling about Shakeology. Let them know how it benefits you and how you've seen it benefit your challengers because of the nutritional value. Be proud of the product. I used to get nervous talking about it because there is kind of a stigma with the price, but you should be proud of all of the amazing benefits that come with this shake, that come with Shakeology. Look at sheets like this. Even send people sheets like this that say the nutritional breakdown of what it can do for you. So why is it so expensive? So people say, can I just make smoothies myself? Can I just make my own, protein shakes and things? You could try to make Shakeology, but it would be really freaking expensive to do it. There are so many superfoods in that shake that $4 a day for what's packed in there really isn't that bad. If you compare trying to get a healthy meal on the go, like at Panera Bread, trying to get a salad is like $7, and this is equivalent to like 5 salads plus has all of the vitamins and nutrients that you need for your body. How much do you spend now on meals? Talk to people about that and see, well, maybe this could work better for your goals right now. Letting them know about the challenge pack. It's the best deal to get Shakeology with the challenge pack because alone it's $130. But with the challenge pack, you get so much more for only $10. When people see that they get that awesome deal, they're more likely to give it a try for at least a month. Why is it required? So I love this response. Melanie Mitro put this out there. She said, I can't guarantee that you're eating right at home, but if I know you're at least getting one great meal in a day, that makes me feel better knowing that you are getting that proper nutrition every day. I can't make you eat right, but I can help you guarantee that you're getting that one great meal in a day. And nutrition is such an important part of your weight loss journey. So in the Dream Team, there are some great resources about Advocare, Herbalife, and Vega One, things like that, where they actually compare Shakeology to these products. Because people ask me all the time about Advocare and stuff. And I just looked at those resources. I'll post them on our team page so you guys can check them out too. And it's a great way when people ask you about, Shakeology and things. Why can't I just try this product first? Or my friend's doing this one. Sometimes you can let them know some of the things that you've read about and just inform them about why Shakeology is probably a better option for their goals. So another objection that I get moving on from Shakeology is I can't or I don't need it. So I have physical limitations. The great thing is every single program has modifiers. I've seen people do 21-day fix from a wheelchair and see results. I was in a challenge group with someone before. She had cerebral palsy and she still did what she could of that program. And it was amazing and inspiring. Also, in the Dream Team page, anytime someone has like a medical issue or something, I search it, like if they have PCOS, and I look for people who've had amazing results from drinking Shakeology and doing 21-day fix and stuff like that. So people might be nervous that they can't do these things, but if you give them some success stories and let them know that it can work for them, they're more likely to try it. What if they're doing it on their own? They're a gym person, or they feel like they're doing fine. Well, ask them, is there anything you're struggling with? Whether it's, finding motivation sometimes, maybe on the weekends, or, maybe it's not about weight loss, but you're struggling with some eating habits and you just want to feel better. Let them know that a challenge group can bring those things. It doesn't have to be all about, losing 20 pounds in a month or things like that. Just let them know that doing it on their own, might seem fine now, but here are some things that I could help you with if you wanted it. So Amanda talked about spousal objection, how maybe husbands or wives or partners might not agree or, be very supportive of it. So maybe they need to run it by their husband or wife. Let them know. All right, cool. Run it by them. If it's a cost thing, just let me know if they have any questions. What if someone has tried to go down the healthy path before and their spouse wasn't supportive of them? Well, why weren't they supportive? Was it that you were putting too much time into it, or they didn't like that you had to eat differently from them? Maybe even talk about your story. Like, my partner wasn't super supportive either at first, but now he is because I'm healthier and happier. And if they are worried about cooking for their family, let them know there are so many amazing meals out there that are totally partner, spouse approved and family approved. What if they're not a group person? So I used to be a total introvert. I'm a little better now. But maybe they say they don't do well in Facebook groups, so a challenge group wouldn't benefit them. Okay, well, let them know what one-on-one support would look like. They don't have to do a challenge group. Challenge pack is still the better deal for them, but they don't need to be a part of the group. Or say, I used to think that I wouldn't benefit from it either. I'm very shy, but, it really helped me come out of my shell. It was great connecting with others who are going through similar journeys. Or just let them know they can be a fly on the wall for a little bit until they do feel comfortable sharing their story. So what if they just totally disappear? This happens a lot. You get ignored. Totally. I get ignored probably 5 times a day, and it used to really bother me. And I was like, I saw that they saw my message. What the heck? That's so rude. But you know what? It happens to all of us. So I follow up. I do a nice little message like, hey, just want to make sure you didn't miss my message. Or what if they disappear mid-conversation? You're having a great conversation, and then they just ignore you then. Just say, hey, I just wanted to see if you had any questions. Just do little follow-ups. It's no harm. You don't have to be annoying about it. Just say, hey, did you get my message? I just wanted to check. Sometimes people really do miss messages. I've had people who have ignored me for months who are some of my best challengers now. I promise it happens. What if they disappear mid-conversation and you've sent 5 messages and they've read them all? Sometimes I say, hey, did I say something wrong? Because I'd love feedback. I mean, this is what I do for a living. I like to help others. So if you could help me, that would be great. And people do give me feedback sometimes, and it's nice to learn what I could improve on in my conversation. And what if they say they're going to order and then they just don't and they ignore you? Just, do a follow-up and say, hey, I saw your order didn't go through yet. Still want to have you in the group. Let me know what you're thinking. So follow-ups are great ways. I do consider ignoring someone an objection, so that's why I included it on here, because I know it happens to all of us. Don't let it bother you. It used to bother me. It happens to everyone, I promise. Go for no. No does not mean forever. It means not right now. I've had no's before who have turned into 20 pounds gone. So just don't let that little small word affect you. I've also had people do these groups where they send messages like this where it's kind of like a challenge and people have went for it. It's called Go for No, where people literally just try to get as many no's as they possibly can, because the odds are every 1 in 10 that you message, one person is going to say yes, and your success rate goes up. So this is just something quirky but fun, and it does work actually. I haven't done one of these yet, but Go for No, maybe something we could try in the future as a team. Confidence in your invite. So this is something that I want to talk about because we're talking about objections. I want all of you to Be proud of what you are inviting people to. Inviting can be scary, but think about what you're inviting people to. It's not like you're inviting them to a scam where you know they're going to lose their money and it doesn't work and it's not real. Think about some of the results and the amazing stories that we see in our challenge groups. Never apologize for, reaching out to someone. I never try to say like, hey, I'm sorry for bothering you, but I just wanted to see if you wanted to join my challenge group. You shouldn't be sorry. You are giving people the opportunity to be healthier and happier and to change their life. So be confident in what you're doing, because being a coach is very rewarding and we're doing amazing things for these people and we're seeing amazing things every day.